News 4's Jen Schanz and Katie Alexander have been following this story all night. Katie has more on what neighbors living in Friendship have to say about this massive search. But first, let's go live to News 4's Jen Schanz. She is gathering details about the search tonight. Jen?
Callan, that's right. I'm near Interstate 86, a little bit further down the road where Interstate 86 and Route 20 connect. I'm going to step out of the shot so you can see what I'm seeing. This is yet another checkpoint. You can see Allegany County sheriffs there are checking vehicles as they turn into the area. State police have also been there. Now, for most of the day, we've been in the town of Friendship in Allegany County. We spotted several squad cars turn into that area that you just saw behind me. But earlier today, you could see a police chopper circling a bridge along Interstate 86 near East Maple Grove Road on some train tracks. State troopers told us that was a hot spot in this active search. Eastbound traffic there was backed up for more than a mile earlier tonight as state troopers armed with rifles checked every passing vehicle. Now, while state police have said this is still an unconfirmed sighting, they're checking every nook and cranny to make sure Sweat and Matt are found if in fact they're here. They're also checking inside homes, according to local residents. We spoke to neighbors who live just a few miles outside Friendship. They tell us they're armed and ready if they spot either one of these inmates. Doug COMSTOCK has lived here his whole life and says today's panic reminded him of another notorious Western New York killer.
Troopers show up, set up the roadblock.
How long have they been out there in front of your house?
4 hours or more, 4 or 5 hours, stopping every car.
Hey, if we see them and they come up on our porch or in our lawn, we're going to protect ourselves, you know.
Now, COMSTOCK said this is eerily familiar to the Bucky Phillips situation. He said it obviously makes him nervous. Again, take a look at this checkpoint. This is another active checkpoint. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. We'll be back here shortly with more continuing coverage on, again, this live and active search. If you are in Allegany County, you're being urged by state police to stay indoors and be alert. Reporting live from Allegany County, Jen Schanz, News 4 at 10.
Thank you, Jen. And as she just said, neighbors in Friendship are on edge tonight as the search for the missing prisoners spills into people's backyards. This is video from a News 4 viewer from the town of Friendship. You can see police there in the back searching with their guns drawn along with canine units. Again, state police ask those living in the Friendship area to stay indoors. And if you do spot someone who you believe could be these inmates, you should call 911 right away. News 4's Katie Alexander has also been speaking with people who live there. She continues our live team coverage.
Well, Callan, with all of the extra police activity in the area this evening, as you see right here behind me, a lot of people around here have a lot of questions, and they're taking extra precautions in their homes. At least a few people we talked to said they will be locking their doors and windows tonight, something that not a lot of people around here do, they tell me. It's a rural area with a lot of woods, and unfortunately, that means a lot of places to hide. Police are still hard at work at this hour, continuing the search, with the convicts now on the run for 2 weeks at this point. Neighbors we've heard from say they hope this is the end of the road for those two missing inmates.
It's a little bit scary. I'm hoping that it ends tonight with no bloodshed other than the two fugitives.
Well, if they're here, I hope they're caught. And if they're not, if there's someplace else, I still hope they're caught.
Now, as one local resident we talked to put it, he says the inmates would have to be really lucky to have made it this far away from the Clinton Correctional Facility. They've already been lucky to have been on the loose for so long, and that man says he hopes their luck ends tonight. Reporting live, Katie Alexander, News 4.
All right, thanks, Katie.